At a family dinner, my sister said, "Mom and Dad promised I could live with you." I sipped my water and replied, "That's awkward. I sold the house last Friday." My sister's face went from triumph to horror in half a second. She'd been planning this for months. I could see it in her eyes. The Pinterest board, the furniture, the whole fantasy life she'd built in her head using my house as the foundation. Let me back up. I'm a 29-year-old physician's assistant. I bought my 3-bedroom house 2 years ago after grinding through night shifts and weekend overtime. It was modest, but it was mine. Every mortgage payment felt like a victory. My sister, she's 26 and works part-time at a boutique. Well, worked. Past tense. More on that later. 3 weeks ago, I was scrolling Instagram when I saw her story pop up for exactly 12 seconds before she deleted it. But I'm fast. I screenshot everything suspicious, and this was nuclear. The photo showed my guest bedroom. The caption read, "Finally moving into my brother's mansion rent-free. He doesn't know it yet, but Mom and Dad already promised. Time to quit my job and focus on my influencer career full-time. First project, total room makeover. He's going to love the new vibe I bring." I stared at that screenshot for 20 minutes. The audacity was breathtaking. That night, I called a real estate agent. By morning, I had 3 competitive offers. I accepted the highest one, $680,000, and told absolutely no one. For the next 3 weeks, I played dumb. I went to work, came home, acted completely normal. Meanwhile, I was packing in secret, transferring utilities, and planning my exit strategy like a military operation. The whole time, my sister kept dropping hints. "Your guest room gets such good morning light," she'd say on family calls. Or, "I saw the cutest desk on sale that would fit perfectly in a certain house I know." My mother would giggle. My father would change the subject. They were all in on it. What they didn't know was that for the past year, I'd been struggling. My property taxes jumped $4,200. The roof needed repairs, $8,900. The HVAC system died in July, $6,300. I was drowning in credit card debt, working doubles, eating rice and beans for dinner. I never told them because, in our family, I was the successful one. I was supposed to have it all together. Meanwhile, my sister got a brand new car for her birthday, $32,000, because her old one wasn't Instagram worthy. I got a text message, "Happy birthday, proud of you." The inequality was crushing, but I kept my mouth shut until I saw that Instagram post. That's when something snapped. I wasn't just going to escape this trap. I was going to do it on my terms. So back to the dinner. The table had gone completely silent after my announcement. My sister's champagne glass was frozen halfway to her mouth. "What do you mean you sold it?" my mother finally asked, her voice shaking. "Exactly what I said. The closing is in 2 weeks. I'm moving into a downtown condo." My sister found her voice. "Where am I supposed to go?" I looked at her directly. "To your apartment, the one you're currently living in." "My lease is up in 3 weeks. Mom said I could live with you and save money." "Mom doesn't own my house," I said calmly. "I do. Or did, rather." My father jumped in, his face turning red. "Son, we discussed this as a family." "No, you discussed it among yourselves, without me. In fact, let me show you something." I pulled out my phone and opened the screenshot. I slid it across the table. My sister's face drained of all color. "Where did you get that?" "You posted it 3 weeks ago, for 12 seconds, but that was long enough." My mother grabbed the phone. Her hands were shaking as she read. "The part about quitting her job, the part about the room makeover, the part about me not knowing yet. Tell me you didn't quit your job," my father said quietly. The silence was deafening. "I gave my 2 weeks notice yesterday," my sister whispered. I thought this was happening." My mother started crying. "Please, she'll be homeless." "No, she won't," I said, standing up. "She has options. She can renew her lease, she can find a roommate, she can get a new job. What she can't do is colonize my life without my permission." I pulled an envelope from my jacket and set it on the table. "That's a referral to a career counselor and 3 job listings in her field, all paying enough to afford rent. I'm not heartless. I'm just not a doormat anymore." My sister was sobbing now. "I hate you. You don't hate me," I said. "You hate that you can't use me." I looked at my parents one last time. The house sold for $680,000. I paid off $85,000 in debt. Debt I got trying to keep that house standing while you bought her a luxury car. I'm finally free. I walked out of that restaurant and never felt lighter. My phone buzzed for 3 days straight. I blocked them all. Last week, my sister got a job at a marketing firm. She's splitting a 2-bedroom apartment with a coworker. She hasn't apologized, but she's standing on her own feet. And me? I'm in my paid-off condo, debt-free for the first time in years. Some families are anchors. Mine was. I finally cut the rope.